Success is not an accident. It's not a matter of luck. It's not something that happens to you. Success is something you create. It's something you build. It's something you force into existence through sheer will and determination. Ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to talk about how to force yourself to be successful. Not how to wish for success, not how to hope for success, but how to grab success by the collar and drag it into your life. You see, the world is filled with dreamers, people who sit around imagining what could be. But dreams without action are nothing more than pleasant distractions. They're mirages in the desert of life, always out of reach, always just beyond your grasp. But you're different. You're here because you're ready to turn those dreams into reality. You're ready to force success into your life with the same intensity that water forces its way through rock to create mighty canyons. So how do we do this? How do we force ourselves to be successful? It starts with understanding a fundamental truth. Success is not something that happens to you. It's something that happens because of you. Think about that for a moment. Let it sink in. Success is not an external force that randomly selects lucky individuals. It's an internal force that you generate, cultivate, and direct. The first step in forcing yourself to be successful is to take complete and total responsibility for your life. No more excuses, no more blaming circumstances, no more waiting for the perfect moment. From this day forward, you are the author of your life story. You are the sculptor of your destiny. You are the force that will shape your future. This responsibility can feel heavy at first. It might even feel overwhelming, but I want you to embrace it because with great responsibility comes great power, the power to change, the power to grow, the power to succeed. Once you've taken responsibility, the next step is to define your success. And I'm not talking about some vague notion of being rich or famous. I'm talking about a clear, specific vision of what success looks like for you. Close your eyes for a moment. Picture yourself 5 years from now, living your most successful life. What do you see? What are you doing? How do you feel? Who are you with? What have you accomplished? This vision is your target. It's the bullseye you're aiming for. And now that you can see it clearly, you can start taking steps to make it a reality. But here's where many people falter. They see the gap between where they are and where they want to be, and they get discouraged. They think that's too far. I can't possibly get there. And you know what? They're right. They can't get there all at once, but they can get there step by step, day by day, decision by decision. Success is not a single giant leap. It's a series of small steps taken consistently over time. It's the cumulative effect of your daily habits and choices. So how do you force yourself to take those steps every single day? How do you push yourself to make the right choices even when you don't feel like it? The answer lies in understanding the nature of motivation. Many people think that motivation comes before action. They believe they need to feel motivated in order to act. But the truth is, motivation often comes after. You see, our brains are wired to conserve energy, to stay in our comfort zones, to stick with what's familiar and safe. And that wiring can keep us stuck, can keep us from taking the actions necessary for success. Action creates motivation. When you force yourself to take that first step, no matter how small, you create momentum. And momentum is a powerful force. Think about a time when you've procrastinated on a task. Maybe it was a work project or cleaning your house or starting a workout routine. Remember how daunting it seemed before you started? But once you took that first step, once you got into motion, it became easier to keep going. That's the power of momentum. So how do you create this momentum? How do you force yourself to take action even when you don't feel? First, you need to break down your goals into small, manageable tasks. If your goal is to write a book, your daily task might be to write 500 words. If your goal is to lose weight, your daily task might be to exercise for 30 minutes. These small tasks might not seem significant on their own. But remember, success is the cumulative effect of your daily habits. It's not about making one perfect decision. It's about making 1,000 small decisions consistently over time. Next, you need to create systems and routines that support your goals. Your environment has a profound impact on your behavior. If you want to eat healthier, stock your kitchen with nutritious foods. If you want to read more, keep books within easy reach. Make the actions that lead to success the path of least resistance. But even with the best systems in place, there will be days when you don't feel like taking action. Days when your motivation is low and your excuses are high. And this is where the real work of forcing yourself to be successful begins. On these days, you need to rely on discipline. Discipline is doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like doing it. It's the bridge between your goals and your accomplishments. Discipline isn't about perfection. It's not about never having a bad day or never making a mistake. It's about getting back on track as quickly as possible when you do slip up. Think of discipline as a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. Every time you choose to take action, despite not feeling motivated, you're strengthening your discipline muscle. You're building the capacity to push through discomfort and resistance. Now, I can already hear some of you thinking, but what if I fail? What if I put in all this effort and still don't succeed? Failure is something important. Failure is not the opposite of success. Failure is a part of success. It's a necessary step on the path to achieving your goal. Every successful person you admire has faced failure. They've made mistakes. They've had setbacks. But what sets them apart is how they respond to these failures. Instead of seeing failure as a reason to give up, they see it as valuable feedback. They analyze what went wrong, learn from it, and use that knowledge to improve their approach. So I want to reframe your relationship with failure. Don't fear it. Embrace it. See it as a teacher, not an enemy, because the more you're willing to fail, the more chances you give yourself to succeed. Now let's talk about another crucial aspect of forcing yourself to be successful. Your mindset, your beliefs about yourself and what's possible for you have a profound impact on your actions and ultimately your results. If you believe that success is out of your reach, that you're not smart enough, talented enough, or lucky enough, then you've already lost. These limiting beliefs will hold you back more than any external obstacle ever could. Beliefs are not facts. They're simply thoughts that you've thought so many times that they feel true. And just as you've developed these limiting beliefs, you can develop empowering ones. Start by becoming aware of your self-talk. What do you say to yourself when you face a challenge? When you make a mistake? When you're considering taking a risk? If you catch yourself thinking thoughts like, I can't do this, or I'm not good enough, challenge those thoughts. Ask yourself, is this really true? Or is it just a story I've been telling myself? Then consciously replace these limiting beliefs with empowering ones. Instead of I can't do this, tell yourself I can learn to do this. Instead of I'm not good enough, say I'm constantly improving and growing. Remember, your mind believes what you tell it, so feed it thoughts of possibility, growth. Another powerful way to shift your mindset is to surround yourself with success. Read biographies of successful people in your field. Listen to motivational speeches and podcasts. Seek out mentors who have achieved what you want to achieve. When you immerse yourself in success, it starts to feel normal. It starts to feel achievable. You begin to think, if they can do it, why not me? But be careful. Don't fall into the trap of comparing your beginning to someone else's middle or end. Everyone starts somewhere. The people you admire were once where you are now. They face the same doubts, the same fears, the same challenges, but they push through. And so can you? Now let's talk about a crucial element of success that's often overlooked. Rest and recovery. In our drive to force success, it's easy to fall into the trap of constant hustle, to think that every waking moment should be dedicated to working towards our goals. But here's the truth. Sustainable success requires balance. Just as an athlete needs rest days to allow their muscles to recover and grow stronger, you need periods of rest and relaxation to recharge your mental and emotional batteries. This doesn't mean being lazy or giving up on your goals. It means working smart, not just hard. It means recognizing that downtime is not wasted time if it allows you to return to your task with renewed energy and focus. So build rest and recovery into your success strategy. Schedule time for activities that rejuvenate you, whether that's spending time in nature, practicing meditation, engaging in a hobby, or simply getting a good night's sleep. Remember, forcing yourself to be successful is a marathon, not a sprint. You need to pace yourself for the long haul. Fear of common obstacle on the path to success. Fear of failure, fear of success, fear of the unknown. These fears can paralyze us, keeping us stuck in our comfort zones, preventing us from taking the actions necessary for success. It's often more about perception than reality. Our minds are excellent at conjuring up worst-case scenarios, at magnifying potential risks while minimizing potential rewards. So how do we overcome these fears? By facing them head-on, by taking action despite the fear. There's a powerful acronym that I want you to remember. FAAR, it stands for false evidence appearing real. Most of the things we fear never actually happen. And even if they do, we're often more capable of handling them than we give ourselves credit for. So the next time you feel fear holding you back, ask yourself, what's the worst that could happen? And could I handle it if it did? More often than not, you'll realize that even the worst case scenario isn't as bad as your fear makes it out to be. Then take a small step forward. Action is the antidote to fear. Each step you take builds your confidence and shrinks your fears. Remember, courage isn't the absence of fear. It's action in the face of fear. And every time you act courageously, you're forcing yourself to be successful. Now, let's talk about the power of persistence. Forcing yourself to be successful isn't about making one big push. It's about showing up day after day, week after week, month after month, even when you don't see immediate results. Success is often like bamboo. For the first few years after planting, bamboo shows very little growth above ground. But during this time, it's developing an extensive root system underground. Then, in its fifth year, some species of bamboo can grow up to 90 feet in just 6 weeks. Your journey to success might feel like those first few years of bamboo growth. You're putting in the work, but you might not see much tangible progress. But trust me, as long as you keep nurturing your dreams with consistent action, you're developing a strong foundation for explosive growth. This is where many people give up. They don't see immediate results, so they assume their efforts aren't working. But success is rarely linear. It's full of plateaus, dips, and sudden breakthroughs. Your job is to keep pushing, keep learning, keep adjusting your approach based on the feedback you're getting. Remember, the only true failure is giving up. As long as you're still in the game, you have a chance to succeed. Persistence doesn't mean blindly doing the same thing over and over. It means staying committed to your goal while being flexible in your approach. If something isn't working, try a different method. If you face an obstacle, find a way around it, over it, or through it. Think of Thomas Edison, who reportedly failed 1,000 times before successfully inventing the light bulb. When asked about his failures, he said, "I have not failed 1,000 times. I have successfully discovered 1,000 ways to not make a light bulb." That's the mindset of persistence. It's not about never failing. It's about never giving up. Now let's address another crucial aspect of forcing yourself to be successful: continuous learning and growth. In today's rapidly changing world, standing still is equivalent to moving backward. To stay relevant, to stay competitive, you need to be constantly upgrading your skills and knowledge. Make learning a daily habit. Read books in your field and outside of it. Take online courses, attend workshops and seminars. Seek out new experiences that challenge your assumptions and expand your perspective. But don't just consume information passively. Apply what you learn. Knowledge without action is like food without digestion. It might make you feel full for a while, but it won't nourish you. As you learn and grow, you'll find that your definition of success might evolve. That's okay. In fact, it's a sign of progress. As you achieve your goals and expand your horizons, you'll set new, more ambitious targets. This is how you keep pushing yourself to new levels of success. Remember, success is not a destination. It's a journey of continuous improvement and growth. Now, let's talk about the importance of focus in forcing yourself to be successful. In today's world, we're bombarded with distractions. Social media, emails, notifications, the constant stream of news and information. It's easy to get pulled in 1,000 different directions, but success requires focus. It requires the ability to say no to the good so you can say yes to the great. It requires the discipline to eliminate distractions and concentrate on what truly matters. Think about water. When it's spread out, it has little force. But when it's focused into a powerful stream, it can cut through rock. Your energy and efforts are the same way. When you spread them too thin, you make little impact. But when you focus them on your most important goals, you can achieve amazing things. So how do you cultivate this focus? Start by clarifying your priorities. What are the one or two things that, if you accomplish them, would have the biggest impact on your success? These are your big rocks, the most important task that you should tackle first. Then create systems to protect your focus. This might mean turning off notifications during your work hours, scheduling specific times for checking email and social media, or using tools to block distracting websites. Remember, every time you say yes to something, you're saying no to everything else. So be intentional about where you direct your time and energy. Now let's address a topic that's crucial for long-term success: building and nurturing relationships. No one succeeds alone. Behind every successful person is a network of supporters, mentors, collaborators, and cheerleaders. Forcing yourself to be successful doesn't mean isolating yourself or seeing others as competition. It means recognizing that relationships are a fundamental part of success and actively working to build and maintain them. Seek out mentors who have achieved what you want to achieve. Their guidance can help you avoid common pitfalls and accelerate your progress. But remember, mentorship is a two-way street. Always look for ways to add value to your mentors' lives as well. Build a network of peers who are on similar journeys. These relationships can provide mutual support, accountability, and opportunities for collaboration. And don't forget about your personal relationships. The support of family and friends can be a powerful source of motivation and resilience when times get tough. As you build these relationships, practice the art of giving without expectation of return. Share your knowledge, offer your help, celebrate others' successes. What goes around comes around, and the goodwill you generate will often come back to you in unexpected ways. Now, let's talk about the power of visualization and forcing yourself to be successful. Your mind is an incredibly powerful tool, and visualization is one way to harness its power. Visualization isn't just daydreaming. It's a deliberate practice of imagining yourself achieving your goals in vivid detail. When you visualize, you're essentially giving your brain a blueprint of what you want to achieve. Athletes use visualization to improve their performance. They mentally rehearse their moves, seeing themselves executing perfectly. And studies have shown that this mental practice can be almost as effective as physical practice in improving skills. You can use the same technique in your journey to success. Spend time each day visualizing yourself taking the actions necessary for success, overcoming obstacles, and ultimately achieving your goals. Make your visualizations as detailed and realistic as possible. Engage all your senses. What do you see? What do you hear? What do you feel? The more real you can make it in your mind, the more powerful the effect will be. But remember, visualization alone isn't enough. It needs to be coupled with action. Use your visualizations to motivate and guide your actions in the real world. Now let's address a critical aspect of forcing yourself to be successful. Managing your energy. Success requires sustained effort over time, and that requires energy. Think of your energy as a renewable but limited resource. Think of your energy as a renewable but limited resource. Just like a battery, you need to consciously manage your energy levels to perform at your best. Getting attention to the basics, getting enough sleep, eating a nutritious diet, and exercising regularly. These aren't luxuries or things you'll get to when you have time. They're fundamental to your success. They're the fuel that powers your effort. But managing your energy goes beyond just physical health. It's also about managing your emotional and mental energy. Pay attention to what drains you and what energizes you. Minimize the drainers where possible and make time for the energizers. This might mean setting boundaries with people who constantly bring negativity into your life. It might mean taking breaks throughout your day to recharge. It might mean engaging in activities that bring you joy and fulfillment outside of your work. Remember, forcing yourself to be successful isn't about burning yourself out. It's about creating sustainable habits and practices that allow you to perform at a high level consistently over time. Now, let's talk about the power of goal setting and forcing yourself to be successful. Goals give you direction. They turn your vague desires into concrete targets. They transform I want to be successful into I will increase my income by 20 this year, or I will launch my own business within 18 months. But not all goals are created equal. To truly force yourself to be successful, you need to set SMART goals, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Specific goals give you clarity. Instead of I want to get in shape, a specific goal would be I will run a 5K race. Measurable goals allow you to track your progress. I will read more becomes I will read one book per month. Achievable goals stretch you without breaking you. They should be challenging but not impossible. Relevant goals align with your larger vision of success. They move you in the direction you want to go. Time-bound goals create urgency. They give you a deadline to work towards. Once you've set your SMART goals, break them down into smaller, actionable steps. What do you need to do this month, this week, today to move closer to your goal? Then track your progress regularly. Celebrate your wins, no matter how small. And if you fall behind, don't beat yourself up. Instead, analyze what went wrong and adjust your approach. Remember, goals aren't set in stone. As you grow and your circumstances change, your goals may need to evolve too. That's okay. The important thing is to always have a clear target to aim for. Now, let's address a critical skill in forcing yourself to be successful: decision making. Every day, you make countless decisions that shape your life and your path to success. Learning to make good decisions quickly and confident is crucial. First, recognize that not all decisions are created equal. Some decisions have a much bigger impact on your success than others. Learn to identify these high impact decisions and give them the time and thought they deserve. For important decisions, gather relevant information, consider the potential outcomes, and trust your intuition. But don't fall into analysis paralysis. Remember, a good decision now is often better than a perfect decision. Once you've made a decision, commit to it fully. Don't waste energy second guessing yourself. If it turns out to be the wrong decision, learn from it and move on. Develop the habit of making decisions promptly. Procrastination is the enemy of success. The more you practice making decisions, the better you'll become at it. And remember, not making a decision is itself a decision, often the worst one. By not choosing, you're letting circumstances or other people choose for you. Now, let's talk about the importance of accountability in forcing yourself to be successful. It's easy to make promises to yourself. It's much harder to keep them when things get tough. That's where accountability comes in. Find an accountability partner, someone who shares your commitment to success and who will hold you to your word. This could be a friend, a colleague, a mentor, or a coach. Share your goals with them and report on your progress regularly. You can also create accountability through public commitments. Tell your friends and family about your goals. Post about them on social media. When you know others are watching, you're more likely to follow through. Consider joining or creating a mastermind group, a small group of like-minded individuals who meet regularly to support each other's goals and hold each other accountable. Remember, the purpose of accountability isn't to shame you when you fall short. It's to provide support, encouragement, and a gentle push when you need it. Now, let's address a crucial mindset shift in forcing yourself to be successful: embracing discomfort. Growth happens outside of your comfort zone. If you want to force yourself to be successful, you need to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. This means regularly challenging yourself, taking on tasks that scare you a little, putting yourself in situations where you might fail. Because each time you do this, you're expanding your comfort zone and building your capacity for success. Remember, discomfort is temporary, but the growth it brings is permanent. Every time you push through discomfort, you're proving to yourself that you're capable of more than you thought. This doesn't mean you should be constantly stressed or overwhelmed. It means finding the right balance between challenge and competence. You want to be stretching yourself, but not to the breaking point. Start small. Take one small step outside your comfort zone each day. As you build your tolerance for discomfort, you can take on bigger challenges. Now, let's talk about the power of habits in forcing yourself to be successful. Your life is essentially the sum of your habits. The small actions you repeat day after day shape your health, your work, your relationships, every aspect of your life. The key to forcing yourself to be successful is to build habits that align with your goals. Want to be healthier? Build habits around exercise and nutrition. Want to be more productive? Build habits around time management and focus. Remember, habits are easier to build than goals are to achieve. Once a habit is established, it requires much less willpower to maintain. It becomes automatic, freeing up your mental energy for other tasks. To build new habits, start small. Focus on consistency rather than perfection. It's better to meditate for 5 minutes every day than for an hour once a week. Use the power of habit stacking, linking a new habit to an existing one. For example, after I brush my teeth, existing habit. I will meditate for 5 minutes, new habit. Be patient with yourself. Research suggests it can take anywhere from 18 to 254 days to form a new habit, with an average of 66 days. Stick with it even when you don't feel like it. Remember, it's the consistency that counts. Now, let's address a critical aspect of forcing yourself to be successful: developing resilience. Success is rarely a smooth journey. You will face setbacks, obstacles, and failures along the way. Your ability to bounce back from these challenges, your resilience, will largely determine your success. Resilience isn't about avoiding difficulties. It's about how you respond to it. It's about getting back up every time you're knocked down. It's about learning from your failures and using them as stepping stones to success. To build resilience, start by reframing how you view challenges. Instead of seeing them as insurmountable obstacles, see them as opportunities for growth and learning. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can this make me stronger? Develop a growth mindset. Believe that your abilities can be developed through effort, good strategies, and input from others. This mindset helps you see failures not as evidence of your limitations, but as opportunities for improvement. Practice self-compassion. Be kind to yourself when you face setbacks. Treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would offer a good friend. Build a strong support network. Surround yourself with people who believe in you and your goals. Their support can be a powerful source of strength during tough times. And remember, resilience is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. Each challenge you overcome builds your capacity to handle future obstacles. Now, let's talk about the importance of celebrating your wins and forcing yourself to be successful. It's easy to get so focused on your end goal that you forget to acknowledge the progress you're making along the way. But celebrating your wins, no matter how small, is crucial for maintaining motivation and building momentum. When you achieve a goal or milestone, take time to recognize and celebrate it. This doesn't have to be anything extravagant. It could be as simple as treating yourself to your favorite meal, taking a day off to relax, or sharing your achievement with friends and family. Celebrating your wins does several important things. First, it reinforces the behaviors that led to the win, making it more likely that you'll repeat them. Second, it provides a mood boost, which can help carry you through the next challenge. And third, it helps you maintain perspective, reminding you of how far you've come. Remember, success is a journey, not a destination. If you're always focused on the next goal without appreciating your current achievements, you miss out on the joy of the journey. Now, as we near the end of our discussion on forcing yourself to be successful, let's talk about the importance of giving back. True success isn't just about what you achieve for yourself. It's also about the positive impact you have on others in the world around you. As you become more successful, look for ways to use your success to help others. This could mean mentoring someone who's just starting out in your field, volunteering your time and skills for a cause you believe in, or using your resources to support important initiatives. Giving back not only makes the world a better place, but it also enriches your own life. It provides a sense of purpose and fulfillment that goes beyond personal achievement. It connects you with others and reminds you of the bigger picture. Moreover, giving back can actually accelerate your own success. It expands your network, enhances your reputation, and often leads to new opportunities. Remember, success isn't a zero-sum game. By lifting others up, you're not diminishing your own success. In fact, you're creating a rising tide that lifts all boats, including your own. In conclusion, forcing yourself to be successful is about taking control of your life and your destiny. It's about making conscious choices every day that move you closer to your goals. It's about developing the mindset, habits, and skills that create success. Remember, success doesn't happen by chance. It happens by choice. Your choice, you have the power to shape your life, to overcome obstacles, to achieve your dreams. But that power comes with responsibility. The responsibility to push yourself, to persist in the face of challenges, to constantly learn and grow. So I think today, commit to forcing yourself to be successful. Take responsibility for your life. Set clear goals, develop empowering habits, cultivate resilience, celebrate your wins, and use your success to make a positive impact on the world. The journey won't be easy. There will be setbacks and obstacles along the way. But remember, every challenge you overcome makes you stronger. Every failure you learn from brings you closer to success. You have greatness within you. You have the potential to achieve amazing things. But that potential will remain just that potential unless you force it into reality through your actions and choices. So go forth and create the success you desire. Force it into existence through your determination, your persistence, and your unwavering belief in yourself. The world is waiting for the unique contribution that only you can make. Your time is now. Your success is waiting. Go out there and seize it